is Anand Ghurye. I go with this motto that small change is capable of making a big difference. Yeah, a small change in behavior, a small change in action, a small change in anything can lead to a big effect, good or bad depending on the action. My qualifications are I am B Mechanical, BA in Linguistics, Masters in Management Studies, MA in Economics, MA in Political Sciences, and got 18 years of industry experience. I do corporate training, life coaching, counseling, and outbound training. I am a human resource developer. I apply ancient wisdom to modern problems. Ancient wisdom as coming from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puran, and Ved. How they can be utilized for making our life better as of now. That I go on researching. I got a background in economics, sociology, and history. I give simple examples from day-to-day life and keep on experimenting all the time. I have given many lecture demonstrations at Help Library, at Rotary Clubs, Lion Club, and so many other social and corporate platforms. Some of the subjects are understanding and dealing with stress, food habits of ancient rishis, and Indian mythology and management. This is corporate training for executives, which I conduct. This is different innovative techniques that we use. All these techniques are coming from ancient Indian wisdom and then modified suitably for today's life. Special purpose training we carry out. We carry out seminars. Some of my clients are BVG, Mahindra, AI, Bowler, Datamatics, TV9. From HR sector, Sumanses and Elixir Communications. From social sector, Yuva Parivartan, Lions Club, Help Library, and so on. Education sector, Parshvanath College of Engineering, VGP, and others. The main thing is Indian ethos in corporate sector. So whatever is old, let us check it out and how to utilize it in today's life. That is what we do. So today's lecture will be looking at how water makes a difference in our life and what we can do, how much water to drink, why to drink, when to drink, how to drink. These are the questions that we'll try to answer in today's lecture. And this is all based on ancient Indian wisdom modified for today's life. Yeah. Water everywhere. There is water everywhere. Everything that we touch, everything that we are, everything that we see, even in fire, there is water. So water is there all around us. On the chair that you are sitting, in the clothes that you are wearing, in your body, everywhere there is water. Yeah. Even in the air that is around us, there is a humidity of about 20 to 30% or sometimes even 80% humidity. So there is water everywhere. As far as our body is concerned, our body is almost 75% water. Depending on various organs, some organs have less of water, some organs have more of water. There is water inside the organs, there is water outside the organs. Like every cell of the brain has got 22% water. Whereas the brain itself is there is a huge covering of water between the skull and the brain. So brain itself is inside water. So in that way, in the skull, we have got almost 70% water. Yeah. And whenever this balance is off even by 2 or 3%, we are going to have severe headaches, we are going to have some problems. Yeah. But at the same time, we have to keep consuming water. How much water we need to consume, why need to consume the water, that we'll see. We are going to see this in 3 parts. One is why we need water. Secondly, when we need water. And thirdly, how and how much. Okay. So why we need water is because if there is no water, there is dehydration. There is 75% water in the body, as we said. This 75% carries out number of functions. How the water goes in? The water goes in through mouth. That is the only way water goes into the mouth, into the body. How does it come out? There are several ways. One is urination, other is sweating, third is breathing. And there are a number of other processes, for example defecating, etc., where minor quantities of water are thrown out. So this is so far as the input of water is equal to output of water, the water in the body will remain constant. If the input is less than the output, then there is something called as dehydration. The quantity of water in the body will decrease, and when the quantity of water in the body decreases, a number of functions that water is supposed to carry out in the body, they suffer. So now we have to see what are the functions that water carries out. The functions are here. One is it carries out 75% of your brain. So water helps us think. The brain helps us think. Brain is the king of all organs. Brain helps us think. So if there is less water, the brain is not going to be able to think clearly, or there is going to be headache or something else. The headache is a sign sometimes that you require water. Yeah. The other thing that the water does is regulates body temperature. Our body temperature is 37 degrees plus or minus 1 or 2 degrees maximum. Yeah. It cannot go beyond that, otherwise we are going to feel somewhat uncomfortable. What water does is, water by going out as sweat, it tries to cool down the body. If we are feeling cold, then we put our hands and other things together, we put in more clothes and so on. But generally our body will try to remain in that range of 37 degrees. And if it is hot, the water will be thrown out. Then it helps carry nutrients and oxygen to your cells. The blood itself carries water. So some of the water that we drink is going to go to the blood. And when it goes to the blood, blood is the one that carries nutrients from our food and other things to various cells. If there is less water in the blood, many things become problematic. One thing is that the blood becomes thicker because there is less water. It carries less nutrients. Because it carries less nutrients, you start feeling fatigued or tired because you are getting less nutrient. Because water is less and water is a solvent, you are going to carry less oxygen. So you are going to feel fatigued more. If the blood is thicker, the blood becomes thicker when there is less water. The heart will need to pump it heavily. A thicker liquid takes more pressure, so your blood pressure is going to rise. A thicker one is slow to move, so there is likely to be clotting in some part of the body, and this clot may not come out today, but some later time it will come out. So these are the effects that will happen on the blood when the water is less. This makes 83% of water. It removes waste. It helps us remove waste from the body in terms of defecation. If there is less water in the body, what it is going to do is, in the large intestine which is here, it is going to remove some of the water. The body is a beautiful mechanism. So it says from the mouth, no water is coming in. I am dry. The water balance is going down. Where is water in the body? There is water in the body in the large intestine. So remove that and use it for the body. What happens when it removes water from the large intestine is that the stool becomes hard. It cannot come out easily. It cannot come out, then what happens? Constipation. And constipation itself leads to so many other diseases. Okay. Now another function there is helps convert food to energy. Why? Because water is called as a universal solvent. Without water, no reaction can be there. A crystal of acid cannot react to anything. Even of a sulfuric acid cannot react. It requires water for the reaction. So in the stomach, without water, these stomach juices cannot digest food. In saliva or in the mouth, in the saliva, without water, the saliva becomes hard or thick, and it cannot easily digest food. So it helps digest food. When there is dehydration, digestion of food is affected. Then it protects, cushions your vital organs. Almost all our vital organs are somewhere or other connected to water. There is water above, water below, water in the cells, etc., etc. So what happens is, anytime you get a hit, that cell, some of the cells might break, that water might come out, but your body in general will be cushioned. Here, absorb nutrients makes up 75% of your muscles. It also makes up 75% of your muscles. and it also forms the cushions in your joints. So when the water is less, joints start paining. The muscles also start paining because nutrients are not going to the muscles, and muscles will pain, the joints will pain. So many things are going to happen just because you are not drunk enough water. So why we should drink water is for all these reasons that we should drink water. If we don't want these things to happen, we should drink water. We'll quickly see what will happen is brain will get headache. We'll get headache. The throat will be dry. The alimentary canal will be dry. Nutrition to the body, muscles and other parts will be less. Cushions will be less. The water in the intestines will be less. So that will cause constipation. All this will cause pain, constipation and further complications. So that shows the role, the important role of water in the body. Okay. Now we go to the second part. When to drink water. This is crucial because water has got these many functions. One function is flushing, other person is solution, and third function is carrying nutrition and so on. Yeah. So drinking water at the correct time. What time, what to drink. Now the logic given, the logic I will come to later on. Just now we'll just see 2 glasses of water after waking up. This is minimum. 1 glass of water 30 minutes before a meal. 1 glass of water before taking bath or shower. And 1 glass of water before going to bed. Okay. Now here we have to ask the question why. When we have answered, but why should it be this way? In the morning, because we have already had 8 hours of sleep, we have had no activity, the body is starved of water. And in the morning, the function that we want to carry out is, there are 2 functions. That one is to change the balance of water which has depleted during the night. Second part is to flush waste through the body. 2 functions. That's why at least 2 glasses. Yeah. Why 2 glasses? Is because now you can see it here, the stomach here. The size of stomach is about 1.5 liters. That is what you can see. So if you want to flush, you need to fill it up. So you should fill it up at least by half liter to quarter of liter of water. Then the stomach will have that excess water to push it through the alimentary canal to go to the intestines and then carry out waste. If you drink only 1 glass of water, it will just remain here. And as the body has already dehydrated during the night, it will just absorb this water, no water will go to the intestine. So the quantity becomes important. The quantity is at least 2 glasses. What happens when 30 minutes before a meal? Before a meal, what is happening is we are secreting various digestive juices in the body. This water is a universal solvent. So this water mixing with those liquids will dilute them and make them optimal for digesting of the food. If we drink too much of water here, there will be too much of dilution. If there is too much of dilution, the food will not be digested properly. So 1 glass of water. How that 1 glass, that also I will come to later on. Yeah, that is where use natural measures. That is the part that we are going to come to. But we want these juices at optimal proportion, and optimal proportion is given by this. Yeah. Now 1 glass of water before taking a bath or shower. Bath or shower or any kind of this activity is throwing out water. So whenever there is activity which is going to throw out water, you replenish water before. If you replenish water, the body will be able to take care of all this. Body does not like a backlog. If there is advance payment, body works. So in this sense, this is advance payment that is working for the body. So make it a habit of putting in water before you do any kind of activity. Then in that sense, the body will have excess of water, and then the body will automatically see, I got so much of water, how to utilize that water in various places, it will be able to see. 1 glass of water before going to bed. Avoid stroke of heart attack. Stroke or heart attack. Now this is a big claim. Just 1 glass of water, how is it going to avoid heart attack? Yeah. You will see that most of heart attacks, they are coming in the morning time. Yes. That is the time the body is opening up, body is getting ready for the next day, and it is opening up various switches, it is taking out various systems. That time, if the blood is thick, the heart attack is likely. Why the blood will become thick? Is because, yes. Why do we not drink water at the end of the day? Is because we might have to get up in the night to go to the loo. But that is okay. If we drink enough water, the water is available to the body, blood will not become thick, clotting will be avoided. This will not totally avoid a heart attack if there are clots in the body and so on and so forth. But this goes a long way. Yes, minimize it. At least the blood will not be, the reason will not be that blood is thick. There will be some other reason, but this is a simple precaution that we can take. And another thing, the body has got memory, the brain has got memory. So every day, if you are used to doing this, then the body will be able to proportion the water that comes in, or expect the water will come in at certain time and it will be able to utilize it properly. Yeah. Now we come to the last part, how and how much. How much water, that was the point that you had made. Some people say 8 glasses, some people say 12 glasses, some people say 4 liters, 3 liters, etc., etc. Some people are combining it with the body weight.
As much as you can take it.
Not as much as you can take it, because too much of water is also bad. Too much of water can even kill. Somebody who can drink 3 liters, who has drunk 3 liters of water, she got a huge headache. It was in a competition that she went in for drinking water, drank 3 liters of water, then complained of headache, went home and died. This is a case that you can see on the internet.
And there was one experiment.
Yeah.
Human being at a time
yeah.
can drink only 5 liters.
Okay.
If you exceed,
yeah.
he may die.
Right. Right.
That's what experiment.
Yes. What actually happens is that every cell is made up of water. There is 75% to 80% water. Now, why do you get headache? Is because
either less or more.
Both ways. This is the brain. This is the skull. This is the brain in that skull. This brain is made up of various cells. When there is too much of water, the cell diameter expands because there is too much of water. Then what happens? This is going to press against the brain, and this space is reduced. The skull cannot expand, so you will get a headache because of expansion. On the other side, if this cell is not devoid of water, it is going to reduce. If it reduces, this water reduces and it is coming away from the skull, and you will start getting headache. This is a signal that you require water. That is a signal that water needs to be thrown out. Now, how much water? Again, that is where we come to the natural measures. How much maximum water? Okay.
And
When? Yeah. When will come?
Yeah.
Like again. Yeah. How much maximum? All that you need to do is see in the house how much water can you store, depending on the utensils you have, depending on the capacity of the water tank. If the water capacity is exceeded, the water tank is going to overflow. If it doesn't overflow, in body there is no overflow. If it doesn't overflow, the water tank is going to burst. So all that we need to see is which are the organs that are dealing with water, how much water and how much maximum water they can store at a certain point of time. Now you can easily see that this is about 1.5 liters, the stomach. The alimentary canal, we cannot store water. We can store water in this, we can store water in the small intestine, we can store water in the large intestine. All these three combined is about 5 liters in adult male. That's why maximum 5 liters. Okay, but that also is not true really, because it is 5 liters of water which is processed from here and then going forward.
Correct. So there is a gap.
There is a gap. So basically not more than 3 liters. It is like this, that it is 1.5 liters here, and in the
element is there.
yes. So in a static thing, if the person was dead, yes, we can put in 5 liters of water in his system. The system has got volume of 5 liters total, but that does not really work in practice. So other bottleneck is the kidneys. The kidneys can maximum process 1 liter of water in an hour. So that much is the water that you can take safely. 1 liter of water in 1 hour. But now the kidneys lead to urine. So this is when you are in an office job sitting in AC, where other distribution of water or other
Sweating is
sweat. This does not apply when you are playing. This does not apply when you are running. This does not apply when you are in the gym. Okay, and here a big mistake is made. Most of the people feel that the water goes out mainly through urination.
Yeah.
Yes, whereas the maximum water goes out in tropical countries through sweat. Why they say urination is because most of this literature that we get and we shamelessly copy is from European countries, which are cold countries, where the maximum temperature is generally 17-18 degrees. So sweating is minimal, urination is maximum. Whereas in our country, where the temperature is generally between 30 to 35 degrees or even up to 45 degrees, sweating is maximum.
And you don't realize.
You don't realize.
Actually
Yeah.
it is going.
Yes. That is why I will give you a illustration which is called as Dushtanta. Yeah. How much is the skin, area of the skin on the body? Normally, an adult male has about 2 square meters of skin on his body. 2 square meters.
It's the largest organ in the world.
Yes, it is the largest organ in the in the body. 2 meters, 2 square meters. 2 square meters is 20 square feet. Where we are standing, so yes, that much is the area. Almost, yeah, 20 square feet room. In this area, 20 square feet room will be about 20 lakh rupees, right? So we are standing on 20 lakh rupees of skin. Now just think of it, that there is only 1 millimeter or 1 milliliter of water on this skin. So on this area, this is about 22 square meters. We have a small layer of water which is only 1 ml thick. Yeah, how much it is going to be? It is going to be 2000 millimeters. Yeah, which is 2 liters. So when you feel sweaty, sometimes you feel sweaty,
So that
you
much
are
gone.
creating almost 2 liters of
That
water.
much gone. Means if you are doing gym and all these things,
Yes.
you feel sweaty.
Yes.
So that much liter already gone.
Yes, even 1 ml layer of water on the body, whole of the surface, okay, that will constitute 2 liters. Of course, I understand that certain parts of the body sweat more, like the armpits, the back, the torso, the neck. Certain parts of the body sweat very less. Yeah, like for example feet, they don't sweat so much. But generally, if you just imagine, it is about 2 liters of sweat. So in a day, typical day, we sweat anywhere between 3 to 6 liters of water. Whereas in a typical day, in general, we urinate between 1 to 3 liters. So in India, sweat is one of the most important things as far as dehydration is concerned. Another factor that happens is in sweat, there are number of minerals. And those minerals also are going out of the body. So whenever you are sweating, we are going to likely to feel more fatigue because minerals are going out of the water. So that's why when we are doing this kind of work, what we should do is we should drink hot water. Yes, hot water with a few drops of lemon and some sugar and some salt.
Sanjeevani, that
Yes, yes. If we keep drinking that, then this sweat is properly utilized. I mean, in that sense, and you will not feel. So now your question is answered: how much water? Yeah, the maximum is 1 liter of water an hour if you are not sweating, if you are not doing any physical activity. If you are doing physical activity, depending on the physical activity, the quantity of water will change. Okay, that is the maximum. Now at one static point, how much maximum? This is 1.5 liters, about 2 liters. The stomach is the main organ which will have this. Yes, so maximum what you can drink at one time is about 1.5 liters. Yes, at 1.5 liters you will start feeling heavy,
Yeah.
and then you should not walk and stuff like that. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, now how much is the, now we come to the function. Function, if there are functions of water, one is flushing, then is solution, absorption, etc. So every time you drink water, you need to ask, why am I drinking this water? If it is for flushing, you require quantity that way. If it is for just wetting your appetite or wetting your mouth, it is that way. So the moment you start asking question, how, why, you will get the answer how much. Okay, if it is going to be flushing, it has to be more. If it is not going to be flushing, it is going to be less. So that is how you can use natural measures or natural answers to the questions that you have. Yeah, what happens today is we are using an artificial measure, and we get a water bottle of 1 liter. So we got to drink 1 liter, but that is an artificial measure. Our ancient wisdom says only use body measures, only use natural measures. How to use natural measures will come to. Yeah. So rate of loss we saw, the function we saw, and the processing capacity. Processing capacity also we saw. In case of processing capacity of kidneys is 1 liter per hour, so not more than 1 liter per hour. In case of rate of loss, depending on the rate of loss, whatever is the rate of loss, that much. In case of function, what is the function? Depending on that function, how much to drink. Yeah. Any questions so far? Okay. Now, how to drink? Because not only how much to drink matters, how to drink matters. For example, if you want to do the flushing and you drink sip by then what is going to happen is on the alimentary canal, it is going to go like this on the alimentary canal, and slowly it will go forward. Whereas for flushing, you require the whole alimentary canal full. So for flushing, if it is for flushing, you need to drink larger quantities at the same time. Overall larger quantities. If you want it to be absorbed in this surface, then you should be drinking trickle by trickle, sip by sip. Right? Now how this can be decided? By natural measure. Natural measure for every person is his body, and for every person the hand is given as the measure. Okay, the hand is given as the measure. In Britain they used to use foot as the measure. That's why it is called foot. Yeah. In case of India, hand used to be the measure. So how much food can you eat? It is yes, 1 fistful. Yes. How much water should you drink? It is yes, 1 zarvar. How you should drink is basically 2 times. One the palm full is 2 sips of water. So you drink it that way. Now what you can do is, you can, once you got this measure, you can convert it into artificial measure. I am not saying that all the time you should be drinking with your palms. No. But you will get the idea. How much should I drink at one time? Yeah. So at one time 2 mouthfuls.
Because it is almost same.
Exactly. So 2 mouthfuls every time. Sit and sip. Why sit and sip? Because when you are drinking water, if you drink copious quantities, it will go here and stomach will start expanding immediately. You might get an attack of colitis because of this. Because of heavy amount of water going here, this is going to extend, Once when or this is going to expand, the little intestine is going to expand to just absorb this water. If you are sitting down, all of these organs are getting support and the rate of expansion is going to be much less. If you are standing up, there is going to be a lot of expansion. So always sit and sip. Yeah, sip how much? 2 mouthfuls at a time. The overall quantity should be how much? Depending on the function, whether you want to flush or otherwise. Now be present. When you are drinking, be present. Look at the drink. Be aware of the drink. Be aware of the function of the drink. Be aware the reason for the drink. Then what will happen is you will really enjoy the drink and the body will also be able to absorb and there will not be any excess or any shortfall. Because now you are using natural measures. You are asking the body, do you require water? How much water do you require? What way you
Is there
require?
any indication that
Yes.
now water is less, you have to drink?
Yes, I am coming to that. Yes, the indication is there. There are number of indications. In fact, the body keeps giving indications all the time. Yes. What are these indications? In fact, you should not wait till the indications come.
Yeah, that's
Before one is thirsty, one should
Yes, before one is thirsty, one should drink. And that is why what do the scriptures say or what the ancient wisdom says is that any time during the day you change your activity, you drink water. One is you drink water at constant intervals. In the morning, in the afternoon, so and so. Then second part, whenever you change the activity, you are going to somebody else's place, you have changed the activity from walking to sitting, drink water. You sit with him for some time, then you are going out, changing the activity, drink water. You are coming home after walking back, you are changing the activity, drink water. Yeah, so you should drink water, one thing, at fixed intervals, that is minimum. Then second, change of activity. And third, I'll just wipe this out. Okay. One is at fixed intervals. Then second, what? Change of activity. And third is at every point of loss of water. So whenever you go to the loo, when you come back, drink water. So what we are doing here is by fixing this way the activity of drinking water with something or other, we are making it an activity that will carry out without realizing it. So it becomes somewhat something called as a parasympathetic activity, something that we carry with habit. Okay. And the fourth part is even more important, depending on the for example, if you are eating watermelon, there is no need to drink water because watermelon itself has got 70-80% water. But at the same time, if you are eating potato chips, then you need to drink water because it has got lot of salt and it is going to make. Now this is called as diuretic foods. These are the foods which go into the body and make the body urinate. What are these foods? Potato chips is one.
All fried.
All fried. Everything that is fried. But other beauty is tea, coffee,
alcohol,
yeah, sugar based drinks, alcohol, etc. which means that, for example, if you drink 2 beers,
You need
Take
to.
4 glasses of
exactly.
Correct.
If you drink a 1 glass of tea, then you should drink 2 glasses of water.
This we are not doing. We are taking
Yes.
more tea.
What we think is we have drunk tea. Why we carry water? Tea has water. But because tea is diuretic, what happens is tea goes in as water, but tea is going to cause the body to throw out more water than it has taken in. So to replenish that water, yes. So what you have to think in terms of food is whether you are eating diuretic food or food containing water. Depending on food, diuretic or containing water.
Or after the tea, maybe you take water.
Yes, either way, either way, either way. You should remember that if you are taking 10 glasses of tea in a day, you should drink 20 glasses of water just to offset that tea. Yes, the rest of the water that you are going to drink is separate. So all these 4 activities are giving you different reasons for drinking water.
But if we take them
That is
depending on the habit,
Yeah.
but if we calculate all, it will go 8 to 10 liters.
No, it will not. It will not. Interestingly, it will not. Why? Why? I'll tell you. Because why we drink tea is because many times we are drinking 10 or 12, 20 cups of tea is not because we want that nutrition, but because we are feeling tired or we are having a bit. Yes. But if you are taking this much water, then we are going to feel full most of the time, not feel tired, and where will be the space to take the tea?
In fact,
Huh.
that
Utilize
hangover
the
of
effect of
alcohol
Yeah.
is an indication
Yeah.
that the patient is severely dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
So a person who is going for a drink,
Yeah.
he should start with at least 2 to 3 glasses of water before having a drink,
Right.
and after drinking he will also need to have a couple of glasses of water.
Yes.
Then chances are he may not have that time.
Yes. Yes. And what are the indications that you are not drinking enough? Can come from all these 3 organs. Yeah. One indication is constipation. Yes. Other indication is dry throat. Third indication is bad breath.
Yeah.
Yes. And fourth acidity. And fourth indication is dark urine. These are all activities. These are all the indications. The moment there is indication, but if there is indication, what it means is in general you are drinking less water. So for your body to become habituated to drinking water, you need to go through a minimum of 20 days, 7 day cycle. If you drink enough water for 27 days, then after 27 days you will start seeing the effect. Otherwise, the body is used to dehydration. So when once in a while you drink lot of water, the body says this is excess, I don't want it. I don't know whether tomorrow it is going to come or not. This is not my regular one. This is sujan. This is excess. So those people will have water retention or cellular retention, or their feet may swell up because of this excess water. Body doesn't know what to do with it. But once you get used to that water coming in every day, after 27 days the body will start utilizing that water. Yeah, and you will see that effect. Your skin starts glowing. You don't feel thirsty. You don't require to go to urinate for that many times.
Earlier maybe because to
Yes.
absorb you may urinate more.
Yes.
But
Yes.
body will adjust.
Body will adjust. Body will adjust properly. Yeah, and the body is a beautiful mechanism, so it will automatically take charge. It is taking charge. It is taking charge of various abuses that we are heaping on it. So if we start caring for it, why will it not take care of it? Yeah. So that is what is be present. Yeah? And this is how the water plays a huge role in what we are doing in our physiology. Our moods remain good if we are fully dehydrated. Let us see what happens if you are dehydrated. If you are hydrated, if you are properly hydrated, the breath is good, dental caries is reduced, acidity is controlled, constipation is not there. We are feeling energetic all the day, all the time, and we also can think clearly most of the time. Yes. This is the benefit of hydration. So what we have seen today, summarizing what is water, why we should drink water, when we should drink water, how much we should drink, and how we should drink. Thank you very much. That is where the lecture ends today. Thank you very much.